Still sitting in a truck seat that's older than your favorite pair of work boots? Your back has been filing complaints for years. If your seat is worn out, sagging, or just plain uncomfortable, it's time for an upgrade. Head on over to seatspecialist.com. Check out their selection of quality replacement seats built to keep you comfortable mile after mile. And don't forget to use promo code TR104U to save 10% on your order. Seatspecialist.com, because a better ride starts with a better seat.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of That's Delivered. We're continuing our Kids and Careers series today with a very special guest, my nephew, Alex Gutierrez. Alex is a young author who recently published his first novel, Abandoned. I'm so proud of what he has accomplished. And today we're going to dive into his journey and what lies ahead. Alex, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You got it, man. Alice, let's start with the basics. What inspired you to start writing Abandon? I mean, was it something specific moment where you thought, "Hey, I need to get this story out there"? Did you want to share that with us?
Uh, it's a very in-depth kind of answer because it a lot of stuff happened at around the same time, like a lot of years ago. So, geez, I don't even know where to start. It first started with like, dare I say, like all like like big stories that are made. Most of them start with girls. You know what I'm saying? Like they start out with a very special one. This person was special to me back then. So what happened was, and I ended up being sort of like pulled away from her without any choice, and that kind of sparked like a emotional downward spiral at the time. And I had that story with me for a couple of years, and like over the course of those couple of years, I started doing other things. Like I was watching a lot of YouTube at that time, and I was seeing things uh like Let's Players playing video games, and then I found out that these Let's Players were playing games made by just random people. So then I started coming up with like ideas of, oh, I want to be a game developer, but I don't have a story. Like what kind of a game do I want to make? And then I remembered that I have that story. I have the story of a very rather sad story that I like point and laugh at right now, but I look back at that and I was like, I could use this in some way. Um, so I mean, it kind of just started there, I suppose. It's a very messy answer, I know, but it really was a messy like creation kind of. It's really weird. It just took a lot of years and it sort of developed over time. And only like the past 2 years I have like the story that I have now that was more concrete. So I guess that's how it was made and where it all started.
Beautiful, man. Yeah, I think that's great. The messier it is, the better the story, I feel like. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So w- what's interesting is that Abandon started as a video game idea. Okay. And how did you pivot from writing or creating a game and decided to make a book that was the way to go? I mean, was there a moment you remember that you can refer back to?
It's bad. It's a sort of bad memory. It happened last year. I don't really like talking about it very much, but what happened was I mean, I guess the best answer I can give right now is it didn't really work out with the game, and I ended up pivoting to something else that I wanted to do since I was a lot younger, and that is writing a book. And I found that the book was just as good as what the game could have been, I suppose, if not better, because I was able to pursue more creativity in it and like be how do I say it? It's more descriptive, I suppose, because you can put whatever you want into a game, and some things might be missed, like with the story that you're trying to tell. You like some things might fall through the cracks. In a book, it's all there, and you can still miss stuff, but you can also go back and look at it. So I really think that the book was a better idea in the long run. as much as I'm really sad that I wasn't able to make it as a game. So
Yeah,
yeah, that's sort of a short
I
short
like it.
story behind that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks for sharing that snippet. And that's just the eye opener to it because it looks like some lemons were thrown at you and you made that lemonade. That's a expression that's used way too much, but a lot of people that's what they're dealing with. A lot of lemons. But you're showing them, hey, I can make something better with this. I can run with that, right? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Just to highlight the book, there's a particular moment in Abandon that really stood out to me, like page 82, where you wrote, I wonder what I'm going to do with my life. I'm 16 years old and I still don't know what I'm going to do. What's my future look like? I think a lot of young people can relate to that uncertainty of the future. And that's a lot of times why I came into this kids and careers to give kids a voice so that they can talk about their accomplishments and feel heard on the podcast. I related to you on that book, so you helped me in that way when you wrote that. Yeah. So
Uh,
now that you've accomplished something as big as publishing a book, do you feel um, that how do you feel about that question? Do you think you've found more clarity about the future, or is there still some parts of the journey that you're figuring out? You want to share that with us
uh,
as far as that
yeah,
uncertainty?
yeah. It was very difficult. I'd say very difficult, and even like right now, I I'm not quite sure uh if I found what I was looking for. Uh, like compared to the inspiration behind that one line in there. Um, and I guess yeah, I'm glad that it came across that way too because that's what I was intending for. Because I was writing basically how I felt at that time, and since I was writing it last year, it sort of helped me reflect a little bit. And I'm in a whole different place right now than what I thought I was going to be when I was 16 years old. Um, I guess. Oh yeah, I suppose that yeah, I do have more of a clear vision of what my future is going to be. Um, after uh like surpassing this really big hurdle that I threw at myself. I think it was good that I did do that, and I'm actually writing a sequel right now.
Oh,
So yeah, yeah, little spoilers there. Very few people do know that, but yeah, I'm writing the sequel right now.
that's good, man. Wow. Thanks for being vulnerable with us. Yeah, because that's being creative, that's it comes from a lot of pain. It comes from your heart, it comes from love, a lot of high emotions. And to be able to get that on paper as a writer, that does really touch the person. It really pulls at them. It's a lot to try to wrap your mind around, especially at a young age, that, hey, my thoughts and my desires, my inspirations matter to a lot of people, not just me. So, yeah, I mean, it's not something you want to be crumbled by the pressure, but yet to know that that is important. What you have is a gift, and you can use that to inspire people. I'm inspired by you and myself. So, so now that you've gotten past that point of the uncertainty, do you think you will continue writing? I know you say you got something in the future. Maybe that's something you'll just keep doing, or did you want to pursue driving truck?
I don't see myself driving trucks, not really. Um, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna be writing a lot. I have a lot planned down the road. Um, but yeah, there's definitely more where this book came from. I will say.
Wow, that's cool, man. That's really cool, and to get to know you at a young age as a writer. I've known you as my nephew, but as a writer, that's huge. I look forward to more to come, and I think you can do it. I know there are some hurdles to get through. It's not going to be easy, but I really feel you can reach your goal and strive for your dreams. There, that's huge, man. Proud of you. Um, so motivation and writing process, look at that. Writing a book can be a long and sometimes overwhelming process. What kept you motivated through the years it took to finish Abandon? I don't know how long it took you in total.
It took a couple years. I think for this first one, it took about 5 years, development and writing. Um, I mean, I guess the main thing that I was focusing on that got me through all the way to the end was the end goal, was the finish line, sort of. Because I feel like if you're going to accomplish something, but you don't know where you're going, you can't get there. So while I was doing it, I sort of just focused on that end goal of where I was trying to be or what I was trying to achieve. And it automatically just gave me that boost of motivation to work on it every single day. And I guess that's also another piece of it too. You got to work on it a little bit every single day, or else you're just going to fall out of it. Um, but yeah, that was quite a battle getting
Yeah.
this thing written.
I mean, you
Yeah.
got a lot of different characters in there. I mean, to be able to
Oh yeah.
keep those separate, I mean, I thought that was huge. Wow.
Yeah.
Did you have an approach? How did you approach the writing process itself? Writing it down. Did you map out the story from beginning to end, or did you discover this just as you were on the journey along the way?
Oh, the creative process. Yeah. So I started out with just drawing pictures of just these characters that I had in mind. They were like the most random drawings, but around the time when I was like sort of just trying to figure out what I wanted to do with this, um, when I discovered that I first wanted it to be a video game, I started out with drawing out the stuff and I drew out like what I wanted the maps to look like and the environment and whatever. And then it went from that to I worked on the scripts of what it was supposed to be, like the scripts that the voice actors would have done. And with that, it was sort of like an outline of the story in itself because you're writing down dialogue and whatever. And uh, in between the lines, I put in like stuff the character would be doing. So it was like game design on paper. Um, so it kind of already had like everything I needed. It was like the framework before I would have even touched a computer at that point. But like I said, that didn't happen. But when I wrote the book, it was a really crucial guide I saw. So I just pretty much used it as a guide and just, start to finish, just start typing and put in any like extra details and stuff that I wanted to put in. So I mean, it was difficult. It sounds like it was super easy, but no, it like I said, it took like 5 years to do it. So yeah,
Oh, that sounds like a lot of work. Yeah,
oh, it
because
was
me,
a
I
ton of
I
work.
try to write something, I get inspired to do something, and then all of a sudden it fizzles off, and I'm like, man, I gotta pick that up again. But like you said, if you don't do it every day, you're gonna suffer. Wow,
Yeah.
that's great, man. So how did you? Let's see here. Publishing journey. Let's touch on that. Getting a book published is, that's quite the feat in itself. You accomplished what many young people dream of, or even older ones. You've got that done. And it wasn't something that you just, changed the cover. You created something that wasn't there before. Um, but uh, but can you share your experience of getting Abandoned published? What was that like?
Um, so finding the publisher was a task in itself. So I didn't want to go through the hassle that would have been trying to go with like a really big publisher with say like Scholastic or Random House or something. I mean, we all know who they are. And to be able to get a book published by them, you have to go through a literary agent, which I didn't want to waste the time to do. That would have took forever to one get them to approve it, and then for them to get the publisher to approve it, it would have took forever. So I was trying to find like smaller publishers that I could pay to get it published, and I did find one. The publisher, Fulton Books, I found them, and really, I I mean, they've been nothing but fantastic. They've been doing everything that they said they would do. They got this book published in months, and I was really happy about that. So, um, yeah, it's been uh sort of an enjoyable ride, I'd say, with just the publisher part. Yeah, they've been real nice.
Wow. You think of a marathon and, usually that last part, you've finally everything, you got through a lot of pain and you see that finish line. It's kind of like that, maybe. Wow.
Yeah, it was like a sense of relief, sort of.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that's what came to my mind when you were telling it. It's like, man, running a long race. Some people, man, their feet are hurting, their back's hurting, and all of a sudden, that if they can just stop thinking about that, and they can focus on the race. I mean, it's huge, getting them across that finish line. Um, yeah, wow, yeah, that's awesome. Thanks for sharing that. Was there a particular reason you chose the publishing route that you did, or whether you could self-publishing or anything like that, traditional, or would you advise young ones or young authors to publish their own work, or what advice would you give them? Let's shorten that up.
I'd say that if you can to try self-publishing because it's less, I mean, it's expensive, but also you still like creative control over your project. So I mean, if you have the money to do it, then if you have the money and the time to do it, then I would say try the self-publishing route. But if you can't, then I guess go through the long process that is trying to get it through one of the bigger publishers, I guess. I mean, that would take forever, but I mean, I'm impatient, so I didn't take that route. So, yeah,
Like you found something right in the middle that worked out just right for you.
yeah. I kind of wanted somebody that would allow me to keep control over my own story and my own project, like that they wouldn't take certain things out because there was obviously intentional things I wanted in there, and I didn't want another company to take out. And Fulton Books let me have 100% control over it. I mean, they even asked me with some things, uh, or they wanted me to let them know if there was anything specifically that they didn't want to be, or that I didn't want to have taken out. Intentional stuff like even just character names, which can easily be looked at as like a grammar error or whatever. But yeah, they let me have 100% control, and that's something that I was looking for.
Wow,
Yeah.
nice job. So balancing life and writing. Have you also been involved with family trucking school? And how do you manage and balance working with writing a book and juggling it all, school and all that stuff?
A lot of self-discipline, a lot of self-discipline with not like steering away from that end goal because I have a lot of free time when I'm not working. Uh, well, I did at the time. I was part-time then. At that time, I had a lot of extra free time that I used just for writing. So, I mean, yeah, took a lot of self-discipline to just stay on that route, and I use that free time. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Has working in the trucking industry given you any insight to whether that career path will continue with you, or do you feel drawn more toward the creative fields?
Creative field for sure. I mean, I enjoy my job now, but really, I don't see myself like staying with it like my entire career. I really don't think that's going to be the case, but I do enjoy making things because like I'm writing, but I also have a gaming channel on YouTube that I love making videos for and hope to make money from soon. And if I can, that's just a lot of creativity. I love being creative. It's something I do want to eventually make a job out of. So I really don't think I'm going to pursue like a full-time career in the trucking industry, really.
All right. Well, um, and game developing, man, you created that character. No,
Yep.
Alex Dog one.
My profile picture,
Yeah.
the one that I use, I didn't draw that. One of my friends drew that.
Okay.
The character is me, but one of my friends did it for me.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. That was good. What else? Yeah, I mean, your online presence is huge. What is that like for people? Can you explain that to them?
Yeah.
Yeah, tell us a little bit
Yeah.
about that.
Um, it's not really as easy as anyone would really think it is. I don't have very many people that watch my videos, but it's fulfilling, really fulfilling when even as much as like 10 people just watch a video because it takes hours to record a video and then edit it down and whatever. It takes a long time. And heck, I got some people that are saying that I'm crazy for investing that much time in just one video for the recording and just keeping up with it. It's crazy. It's just as demanding as the book was right now, even now that I'm full time with my job, and juggling writing the second book too right now. So it's like, yeah, the I enjoy making the videos for YouTube. It's really fun.
Right.
You and if whenever I do like live stream it, meeting new people, it's always nice.
Wow. Um, well, lessons to learn and advice for others. Looking back on your journey so far, what is the most important lesson you've learned from writing, your online presence, publishing Abandon? What, looking back, would you say was most important?
Mm,
I know you mentioned self-discipline. Was there anything else?
I mean, I guess just that. That's like the biggest thing. It was a big thing that I had to learn and that I've learned now. That and time management too. Like there's a lot of things that you can learn from uh just making something.
Thanks.
Uh yeah, and also other skills too. Like it's helped me with my writing skills quite a bit because I was not a very good writer before. But after writing this, I've learned so much with environmental storytelling, which I didn't know I could do. I thought it would be really hard, like super hard. But once I did it and got in the flow of it wasn't that difficult. It was fine. It's just I guess that and also trying new things too, because I never would have thought that I could write a full book like I did, man. And as I keep talking, I'm digging down into the rabbit hole. That and also self-confidence and self-confidence and like confidence in my ability to I feel like anybody could do that if they put in the time and the effort to do it. I feel like everyone can can feel and see what I'm talking about. They just got to do it. They can't. They got to have confidence in themselves to do it.
Yeah, believing in yourself. Yeah, and it's huge. People can tell or encourage people to do something, but they gotta be able to say those nice things to themselves and encourage themselves to do it and to believe in themselves. That's huge, Alex. You did that. And those words came right out of your mouth. Thank you for sharing that. And it's going to inspire other people to do the same. Alex, it's been amazing hearing from about your journey, and I know this will inspire a lot of young people, even older people. There's other people that try to do things like weird things like make a podcast. And so, yeah, you never know whose lives you've touched. And I'm very proud of you. So that's what we have for this episode. Appreciate you coming on and talking about it. Anything that you want to do, maybe we can have you back on the show for the next book. Talk about
Yeah,
that one. Yeah, in the
yeah,
future.
definitely.
Excellent. So, what's the best way to get your book that you would, let's sneak that in there. What's the best way for them to get your book?
Um, I guess if you want the physical version, I would say Barnes and Noble and Amazon. But if you want the ebook, you can also I mean you can get it from Barnes and Noble and Amazon, but the easiest way would be iTunes and the Google Play Store.
So yeah, for all of our listeners, you can find Abandon at Barnes and Nobles or Amazon. Be sure to check it out. And to everyone tuning in, thanks for listening to That's Delivered. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave a review. Again, this is your go-to guy, Ray, and That's Delivered.
Are you a trucker looking for a safe and reliable place to park? Look no further than Truck Parking Club. With locations across the country, we've got the perfect spot waiting for you, whether it's daily or long-term parking. And right now, use promo code DELIVERED at checkout for an exclusive discount. Reserve your spot today at truckparkingclub.com and drive stress-free, knowing your parking is covered.